All right, Mad Scrappers, I'm back with the next card. This one's going to be my Slimline, and this is all about dimension. Really, this is really pretty easy to put together. I want to really quick just go ahead and, there we go, just press it down a little bit more. But you know what? I'm going to switch mats. Give me a second because I don't need this one for this card. Hold on. Okay, I'm back to the other teal mat I have, but I just really felt like working on this one. But really quick, we're going to set aside all our little pieces because the first thing that we need to do is obviously put my piece of paper. And again, I cut it, trimmed it down a little bit smaller just to have that little bit of framing. That is the way it's done on the sample. And where's Big Mama? Right here. I'm hiding Big Mama from me. So I'm just going to take, and I just need to put down a little bit of tape. You just want this to stay. It does not need to survive the zombie apocalypse. Trust me, my cards are not going to wind up in the Smithsonian. Just saying. But they should, you know, not fall apart before they're pulled out of the envelope and enjoyed. Okay, so I got that. Okay, I thought it was going to fall over, but yay, it didn't. And there goes the annoying alarm again. We're just going to go up on it. Go away. No, I'm not done, so no, I don't want to be sleepy yet. Okie dokie. That looks pretty good. It doesn't have to be. There we go. Oops. Oh, I knew. I felt it. I felt it shift. Crud. There we go. Let me see if I can fix that. Ugh. Without involving undo. We're going to see. I don't know if I can. Might have to involve undo. So you guys get to watch, but I felt it shift the minute I pressed it down. Grouse. Okay, so we're just going to hit it with the undo. Because I was going to damage that paper. And it's not like I don't have another sheet. I just don't want to ruin the paper. So there we go. And we just... Okay, so as I'm ungluing it, I'm laying it down in the other direction. It's like, really, Myra? Really? There we go. So there you go. You saw me blow it. But it's already, believe it or not. We're going to go ahead. Which is where I should have gone. Let me go down here. I should have done it lengthwise. I think I would have seen better. And there we go. Okay, there we go. No harm, no foul. You know, we have a little bit of blips here, but I'm going to bet you money, and it's still not straight, but we're going to call it good. I am not going to drive my... Oh my God, it's bothering me. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to be right back. I'm laying this down straight if it kills me. All right, peeps. Third time was the charm. Got it straight. Do yourselves a favor, guys. If you can't see well, get up. Stand up, which is what I should have done all along. I really should have stood up. There you go. I'm so ashamed. So I'm going to set this aside for a second because these three guys, we have three branches that go across the top of the card, but they're layered. And what they're done is they're done a little bit offset. And I think partially the reason to do that, other than just so you can see it, is in order to put dimension, because I have like tiny, this 1/8 tape. That's about the only way we're going to camouflage it, is by making this channel wider. So I'm just going to go and lay down. I'm going to draw glue, because y'all know I love doing that. No. And then I'm going to carefully, this is me we're talking about, lay it down. And you can see the glue, but remember, this glue does dry. It does dry matte, so it's not going to be an issue. But I'm doing it, I think, even more so than in the sample. And I don't care. You know why? Because it's my card. I does what I like. It is the beauty of a handcrafted item. So, and I am using, of course, my Barely Art because I need that widget time. Let me put that lid back on. I'm a little obsessive about it. I just hate unclogging bottles. I'm like cursed in that way. I think it's just a me thing. And this one, I am a little crookedy. There we go. But I do want it offset, but more, oh, fruggedy. There we go. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now this is the last one. And I really didn't have to do this on camera, but I actually did want you guys to see that this is what I did do it a little bit offset. And I wanted you guys to know the reason why. I'm going to put my little rubberized lid. And you guys, you know what? This is working really great for keeping that little tiny nozzle unclogged. So I think it's a win. And now the last one. Oops. Wah. See, the thing about this, when you're working with pieces like that, is that it requires coordination. We all know how much of that I have. No. Not even. All right, Mr. Sprigg. All right. Yay! I got it done. That is a lot. Okay, what I'm going to do in the meanwhile as well is I've got all of these pieces. They all gonna go on the card. They all take dimension. So I'm going to add all the dimension dots, and then we're gonna come back and literally assemble it together. So give me a minute. I'll do that on camera. You guys don't need to see how I put dimension dots on, all right? Okay, I'm back. I made myself half crazy with the foamy, I mean with the foamies, as you call it. I don't know why I was calling them foam dots, but anyway. So I grabbed my 1/8 strip, and it was perfect. You can't see it on these guys, and it just took a little bit of widgeting because I had to curve them a little bit. And on these, I was gonna use my more dimensional, and I ended up, no, actually I did. On these guys, let me take it back. I did. These are just a little bit thicker, and I used those on the point, on this poinsettia. Well, all the rest are using the smaller ones, the tape. I used the tape on everything else. But on these, I ended up just using the little bit thinner tape. So it's only one poinsettia, this one that goes on top, that got more dimensionalized. So there you go, best laid plans of Mice and Myra. So now we're going to put all of these down. So we're going to start with these guys, and grudgingly, I'm going to have to cut one of the branches. I am not happy about that. But I was playing with laying it down, and I'd have to come down really far, and no matter what, there's no good way of making this work without cutting one of the limbs. And I hate doing that just on pure principle. I don't know. I'm just, I'm a little rebellious that way. I'm just like, rah, 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 and I don't want to do it. But I'm going to do it. So, and on the sample card, it is cut on both ends. I'm like, yeah, no, you're going to barely get me to cut one, and we're calling it good. So I'm going to put it up here on I am. My gosh, but see? And I've got to figure out, let me lay this out kind of sloppily, just so I see how much spacing I have, because these ornaments have to hang down from the branch. I have to have space for them. So that's part of, and this guy, and maybe I have to play, I may play with the placement and put this guy, because he's the longest one. So again, the samples, and any samples that you see in anything, it's a guide, it ain't a girdle. So get over it. And but see, when you do that, then you can kind of lay out a game plan. So I can, and the reason is I could bring it down a little bit lower. This is all about me not having to cut this branch minimally. There you go, because it's just bugging the crud out of me to have to do it at all. So, okay, so I'm good with that. I'm going to kind of leaving it laid out like that. I'm going to take off my tape, I think, or maybe I'm going to turn this kind of carefully just to my angle so that I can gauge how much I'm cutting off. It really bugs me. It reminds me when I'm laying these down, it reminds me, how elephants, in the circus, when they had elephants in the circus, they would come in, one holding the tail of the other. This is what this reminds me of. So I'm going to cut this little piece right here. It hurts me to do it. I hate it. And there you go. But I've recovered. I can do this. It's all right. It's all right. I'm such a lunatic. Oh my goodness. But it's the only way to be. And what I am going to do is, I'll take it up there. I'm really going to take it right up to the point. But in doing this, I have got to get it turned at the right angle. so that everything works. Because there I am going to I'm going to have to do this, so I have to trim, but now I'm trimming with a purpose. I'm also going to give it a little bit of an angle so I can work it right into that corner, which I didn't do on my first cut. So there we go, and this should be okay. There we go. I can work it now. So now we're going to go ahead and remove this tape. This one is the key one. I've got to get the angle on this one right to make the others then work. So, right, so we're going to lay that down right in the corner. And then these will, there you go. So I think that's going to work. I can change the angle a little bit because it's not totally glued down yet completely. There we go. But now it is. And then now we can lay down this one. So we're going to take the tape off of these. So I apologize because this is, and this is really an easy one to put together, but here's the little bit of a bit of a time consuming, this little work right here, because you do have to get it right. Right? See? Because now I didn't. I'm going to lay this down. I had it a minute ago. There we go. Right? Close enough for government work. Because I can also overlap it a little bit more. And then bring this one back up here. That's too wide. There we go. Got it. Sorry about that. I'm not always the fastest widgeter in the West. And there we go. I'm going to pull this all out so that I can see if I can live with the curvature. Yeah, I can. Okay. Now what we're going to do, this is what I plan on doing, is I'm going to figure out how my poinsettias are going to go, because that also determines the ornaments. So, and I'm doing it differently. The sample has it opposite, the bigger one on top, and I've decided not to do that. Why? Because it's my card. I can do what I want. And remember that rebellious thing I have going on? So I just want to widget it in the right way, turn it around, and I think the way I had it is the best way to do it. Although, is like if I put this one right here, or no, wait a minute, we had decided the long one, but now see, now suddenly, if I do that, the long one can go just like it was in the sample. Why? I don't know. Who cares? And there we go. So I think I'm going to leave it like that. I like it. So let's just peel these tapes off. And I didn't burnish, but hey, they're coming right off, so all considering. I usually burnish my tapes down really well before. So now let me widget that in. So it's all inside the card, and I'm not cutting any poinsettia out because I don't want to. And then that one will go right here. There we go. And now this one will, come on, come right here. Take the tapes off. And we'll put that one. Which way do I want to do it? Do we want to go this way? Because now I can't remember, because I laid the foams down the way. I think I'm just going to go this way. And there you go. Now, all I've got to do is lay down my ornaments. And now, do I want it this way? I think I do, because they're kind of graduated in size. So now, all right. Okay, we'll take this. And see, this is a combination of the roll this, and then some of my roll, my 1/8 inch roll. And we're just going to tuck it under. You know what? There we go. We're going to tuck it under. Shoot, I got to make sure this, I want to get these evenly spaced. So I'm going to tuck it right under there. Seems to be the spot to go. And then we're going to grab our friend here. And do the same thing. We're going to take the tapes off. There we go. And I'm going to grab the tweezers because it's going to be, because I'm just sticking. Everybody get out of the way. There we go. And then last one is this one, which I really like. That's why I'm thinking about getting more of these ephemera, just to be able to make more of these cards. But it's like, why, Myra, why? But because I can. I've got all the other pieces. Although they don't have more of the packs of the enamels, which made me sad. The puffy words they did, but not the enamels. Okay, so now we're going to put that one right about here. This really does. It's more than anything, it was the die cutting, but this card is really coming together really quickly. And now all I got to do is lay down more enamel dots. And on this card, it was very pink centric, the sample. So I'm going to follow the lead of the sample because, you know, the card itself really is. There's a lot of pink in it. So let me go ahead and lay this down. Goodness gracious. There we go. Ah! It's a flying dot. Catch as it sticks to me. Okay. We're going to put one like right here. Since I have done mine differently now, and this one has, they put a ton of dots on this. I don't want to use the same one. We'll go here. We'll put one over here. But they lay down a ton of these dots. It was an itty bitty one. Right here. Come here, pretty. Right there. That one. Oh, Lord. There we go. I'll put that one right there. And then I want to come down a little down here. But before I do that, actually before I lay down any enamel dots down here, I've got to put my sentiment. And I decided, did I decide on Merry and Bright? No, it was Holiday Magic. 'Tis the season, the perfect gift, deck the halls, magical memories. Oh my goodness. Jolly and joyful, merry and bright, full of cheer. So wonderful. Let's just go with happy holidays for the moment. I may change my mind. You know, the lovely thing about these is they're pretty removable, so I can change them out if I change my mind. But I'm going to put it right here. And that's what I need to know. So I needed to know how much space I have left. And because I have a lot of space up here that the sample did not, I have space for, what do I want to do? I'm going to put this big star dot right up here on the paper, not on the mats. Oh my goodness. There we go. Aha. Stay, Fido. And let's put a candle right here. Choo, 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 choo. Come on. And that's it. There you go, guys. this one came together pretty quickly, not too torturously. I love it. I'm not sure. It's like I used to think this was my favorite, but I don't know. Santa is, is really is really growing on me. So now I don't know, but I love this one. I really, really, really do. So hopefully you enjoyed it. You got something out of it. I mean, it's really the thing really about these kits, especially when you're working out the samples, is why try to reinvent the wheel? I mean, they give you so much stuff to be creative, but I love going with the samples if I like them. Sometimes I don't like the samples, but you want to get a card done quickly, then there you go. You've got something in front of you. Again, it's a guide, not a girdle, so I went a little left field. My spacing is different, so I can't do the same dot pattern the way they did, and that's okay. So, again, hopefully you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and drop me a note. If you want to see more of my madness, of course, subscribe and ding the bell, because I'll be out here talking to you all, again, because it beats talking to myself. So otherwise, have a great day or evening, depending when you're watching this. And again, always, don't forget, we're all a little mad here in the crafting corner of madness. So scrap the madness with me, okay? Talk to you guys later. Bye.